Why printed offers still work. Hello from the duck pond, or one of the duck ponds, down here in South Surrey in lovely Vancouver area in Canada. It's a spring day in March. What more could you ask for? There's even some ducks. And yeah, that's a golf course on the other side. Obviously didn't bring my clubs. I haven't brought my clubs for a long time. I doubt that they'd allow me anywhere near the place. But print. So print, not just printed offers, but print in general. A lot of people think the internet would wipe out print. Printers especially. But it's not so. For some get it wrong and think that the internet has wiped out print. It is not true. Okay? Print is not going away anytime soon. So, what do we mean by print? I mean magazines, papers, catalogues, offers, direct mail, etc. Now, I'm going to talk about accountants here. Don't get me wrong, this is just a business thing. But imagine you're Ikea. You probably send out a few million catalogues or print a few million catalogues every year. Someone comes along, your business is tanking a bit, sales are going down, you've got to look for ways of cutting costs, and that's where the accountants come in. Now this is their job, so don't get me wrong, accountants fantastic, it is their job, but they are not marketers. Their job is to look at costs. So imagine someone looks at their catalogue and says, this cost us umpteen million a year to produce. But the internet, I've seen where we can get it done online. We've got an email list of over 1 million. We can email it to everyone. We can update prices, errors, new products on the fly. The catalogue will always be current. It's visible. You can read it on a mobile device, on an iPad, on the internet. You can flick the pages. It's really clever. You can even link in it. It's fantastic, and it costs hardly anything because once it's produced, it's free. It just sits there. We'll save millions. That would be something that an accountant would probably suggest in such a case. Now, a company I believe that did that was JCPenney. They cut out their catalogue, haven't done it for years. In the UK, we have Argos, which would be a similar thing. Imagine in the UK, imagine Argos not producing a catalogue. Imagine them putting it online. Big mistake. JCPenney have just gone back to it. People like to relax and read print. We've been using print for thousands of years. Someone once invented paper, and then I think, was it Mr. Bull? John Bull invented something to do with printing, and so on. It's the way we are used to it. It's inbuilt. It's not going to change overnight. Some people think it does. Some people are lazy and want to save money and think all I have to do is email or print it online. But good for us because we know different. Keep printing. Send out printed offers. A small half letter size, A5 leaflets. Drop them in through letterboxes. Do whatever you want. You can make spectacular offers on these things. People read print. People are intrigued. People do not want to open emails. It's difficult. It's going to get harder. Email's very effective, by the way. But in this case, don't expect people to want to use what you wish to give them. You have to provide everything they use. Catalogues still work. Direct mail still works hugely, and it works in conjunction with the internet. Please don't be lazy. Print will work. Do not get rid of your catalogue. You can make a smaller catalogue, but again, do people want a smaller catalogue? Will it work as well as your other one? You can supplement it. You can add it online as well, but it does not replace. Print works. Am I beating this to death? Yes. Newspapers can't go online. People want to read a newspaper. It's difficult. I'm sorry, newspaper people. Figure it out. Have an alternate one online, by all means, that makes money and supports the printed one. But if you get rid of your printed one, no one's going to know who you are. People want to relax on a Sunday and read a newspaper or over lunch or whatever. They don't want to flip out an iPad and look at it on that. Books. Yes, Kindle, clever, lovely. Electronic books, e-books, cheap, free, lovely. But we love books. Can you imagine no libraries? Can you imagine no bookshelf? Yeah, okay. Anyway, done it to death. You get what I mean. So, a good read for the week is going to be Predictable Revenue. And what I'm going to explain about this, oh, by the way, it's by Marilu Taylor and R.M. Ross. Now, this book I was not excited about when I first got it. It wasn't recommended, but I looked at it and thought, yeah, I'm not excited, but I'll give it a go. But by the end, it's fabulous. It is definitely in my top 10 necessary books of all time. R.M. Ross worked for Salesforce. Salesforce is the world-leading CRM. You must have heard of Salesforce.com. If not, just go look it up. It's fantastic. Anyway, in the early days, I had the software and everything else, but it wasn't really getting to grips with the public. R.M. Ross came in, developed a system, and he's a salesman, by the way, so developed a system that took their revenues up to $100 million. Now, that is not a blip on the resume. That is a headline on your resume. Pretty good. RN is a smart guy. And what he did was he developed a system of lead generation and sales nurturing and so on. But he did it in a specific way. Now, the first thing was you needed to increase leads. Developed a system for that. The next one is he needed to qualify those leads. He developed a system for that. Then he decided in amongst this to have specialist people. So you have specialist lead generation and specialist sales people. They do not do each other's jobs. This is one of the biggest things I learned. They do specific tasks, same as in any other business. We expect salespeople to be able to do everything. They can't. And then he developed a system to energize those salespeople without money and without gimmicks. Yes, imagine, obviously they have to be paid, but the energizing to encourage them did not involve giving them extra cash. He broke it down, he developed it. Salesforce now just rules it, and it's taken for granted. But if you look up what people said about what he developed, it's fabulous. Your business is unlikely to generate $100 million. It doesn't matter. I personally am not a fan of salespeople at all. I don't use them. Never needed them. Unless my systems are developed to not use salespeople. But the practices, the theory, the systems apply. Please go and read Predictable Revenue. There are lots of online resources that they mention that come afterwards. It really is a source of great information. It's going to change the way you look at your business. All the show notes, including a link to that book or pictures of it, will be at marketingforowners.com/podcast, as they always are. I'll see you tomorrow.